May I tell you, Sissy, in all honesty, that you have the most beautiful tits I've ever seen. In fact, your whole body causes me to pulsate with lust. I'll tell you what I'd like to do to you, Sissy. I'd like to take you by surprise when you're bending over to put on your surgical stockings. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Do stop it, Wilf. The joke is wearing very thin.
More than could be said for Sissy. You always were a bit of a goer, weren't you, Sissy? From my own observations years ago, of course, I'd say you liked a bit of the old rough trade, am I right?
Please, Wilfrid, I have asked you politely.
Stage hands and electricians were your fancy, weren't they? You didn't care much for your fellow artistes. You didn't care much for me or for Reg then. Although they do say you blew Frank White's flute once or twice. Still, I do wish you'd coupled with me all those years ago, sis. I may not have made the wild geese fly, but I'm sure we would have had fun together. I fancied you then, and I fancy you now.
Oh, yeah, do something. You're beginning to repeat yourself. You've been on about the wild geese all week.
I know, I can't help it. Talking dirty to Sissy excites me. These days, it's about the only thing that does. To tell you the truth, Reg, I think about sex all bloody day and all bloody night. I thought I'd be past it by now, but I'm not. Do you suppose I'm peculiar? Can't see a woman without mentally undressing her and imagining doing all sorts of unspeakable things to her. Or the other way round. Even the matron, for God's sake, that shows how desperate I am. The trouble with Sissy was, she liked a bit of the old grit and grime in the wings before a big aria. I was too refined for her. And we all know what's good for the voice, don't we, Sissy?
You're disgusting, Wilfrid, and I'd like you to stop.
I've just remembered. I think I've discovered the answer to the quest I've been on for a while. I think I've discovered the question that will elicit the answer that Sissy always gives when she takes off her headphones. You know I've been working on it. Yeah. Anyway, listen to this. Sissy dear, let me and Reg have our way with you. Go on, be a sport. On the lawn, legs apart, bloom as a fountain. How about it?
I'm ready. So amusing.
Oh, nothing. What were you listening to anyway?
Us, of course. Oh, we were so good. The quartet from Rigoletto. Why did you interrupt me? What's so important?
I can't remember now.
Thank goodness someone else can't remember.
Well, you know, this is interesting. The question as to whether poetry and music in combination can or cannot exist on the terms of amicable equality will be discussed later in the present chapter. Here, it is sufficient to note that it is an error to employ the term poetical as signifying the fundamental impulse of all art, and that nothing but confusion can result from employing it in such a manner. Well, what do you think?
I was wondering who the new arrival is.
What? What? This a new arrival? Well, nobody told me. New arrival? Who?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be wondering who it was, would I?
New arrival? I do wish they'd tell me things. Why are they so secretive?
Because secrecy nourishes power. That's why.
It's very disagreeable.
Well, I'm sure it's somebody grand.
What makes you say that?
Just an impression I've had the last few days that something was going on. All that whispering and excitement.
I loathe the whispering. I must think they're whispering about me. Sissy Robson, Sissy Robson, Sissy Robson.
And then hurrying us through breakfast.
Don't mention breakfast in my presence.
And bundling us out of the way. And Il Duce and matron in a sweat, yes, I thought to myself, they're expecting somebody grand.
Well, I don't think anyone else knows. No one said anything. Did you know, Reggie?
Do you know, I'm sure Ernest Newman's right. The fundamental impulse of all art cannot be poetry.
Oh, don't be boring, Reg. Instead of reading about Wagner, why not try something like Kama Sutra?
Because Reggie's a gentleman, that's why, which is more than can be said for you, Will. I'm so glad, Reggie, that you're safely back from Karachi.
You know, I would have liked to have sung Tristan or Siegfried just once, but they never came my way.
Only bloody foreigners sing Wagner. We're better at the British composers like Rossini and Donizetti.
I heard once, or was it I read once. Anyway, if Giuseppe Verdi had been born in England, his name would have been Joe Green. I don't think he'd have had such a career named Joe Green, do you? One isn't inspired to awe by Green's Requiem.
Talking of Verdi, any ideas for the 10th of October?
I think we should do solos.
But a trio would be less demanding, wouldn't it?
Yes, but which trio? It would have to be something I know. I couldn't possibly learn anything new.
Well, we've got to have a little meeting.
Oh, you and your meetings. Can't we just talk about it?
It's so disagreeable that they have someone new in here without consulting us.
Don't have to consult us, Sissy. They run the place, not us.
Reggie's right. We come and we go, but they go on forever. And when we finally join the heavenly choir, why, somebody new takes our room. That's the way it is. I mean, Lawrence Timms left these shores a month ago, and by now, as we speak, he's probably up there singing a duet with Maria Callas. We knew he'd be replaced. We talked about it.
Yes, there'll always be old departures and new arrivals. Yes, a profit must be made. No need to fret.
I'm so glad you're safely back from Karachi. Did I tell you I received a small cheque for my barber? Oh, I think I'm going to go and see who the new arrival is.
Why Karachi?
I have no idea.
You've got relatives there.
Well, no, her father was Indian Army.
Yeah.
Last week she was welcoming me back from Buckley Salterton.
You get about a bit, don't you? I'd worry about her. She's getting more batty. I do hope they don't have her sent away.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Dear Sissy, her face is still that of a child, unlined and innocent, and her smile lights up the darkest room. You know, when I first met her, God knows how long ago, I thought she was the sexiest thing I'd ever done. I was big and bountiful, and by golly, she was a busy girl. At it all the time. I tried but didn't have any luck. She was hanging off with a scene painter from Bethnal Green, I remember. Do you really think she's had a cheque for the barber?
Probably.
Who played Figaro in that?
Dylan Morgan.
Oh, bloody foreigners. Still. So do you think we'll get a cheque for our Rigoletto CD then?
Oh, well, possibly. I hear it's selling really well.
How do you find that out?
Can't remember now. Someone told me.
Yeah. Rigoletto. I'm glad they reissued it, but they could have put our photos on the cover rather than just our names. Bloody agents. Still, quite handsome, isn't it? I mean, Horton, Bond, Paget and Robson. Kind of makes you feel you're still alive, doesn't it? Although I should have had top billing being the main partner, but hey, those were the days they read. I remember the production and the recording sessions, everything as though it were yesterday, but I can't remember what we bloody had for breakfast.
I said don't make your breakfast.
Quartet's never been better sung.
Have you listened to it?
No. Oh, no. Don't really want to. Don't want to hear myself young again. Have you listened?
No. For other reasons.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Shouldn't have brought the subject up. Grumpy old me. Still, dizzy heights those days. I remember the headline in the Daily Mail. Something about Rivals Gobby, Rip Rivals Gobby, that was it, and a picture of me with the caption, Wilfred Bond, a new star, question mark. I thought the question mark was somewhat unnecessary, but in the event quite accurate.
I remember the fuss.
Yeah, I was famous for a day, or was it a week? I don't know. The fickle finger of fashion. Still, I made a living and that's all I ever wanted. My trouble was I lacked sensitivity, not like you, Richard. You're an artist. I'm an artisan.
Your problem, Wilf, is you've always sold yourself short. No, you sometimes have the most amazing insights. I mean that.
What a good friend you are. And one good turn deserves another. I've thought of a title for your autobiography.
Oh, yes.
The Tenor of His Ways. What do you think?
Yes. Not bad.
Yeah. The Tenor of His Ways by Reginald Paget.
Yeah.
How's it going, by the way?
Oh, slowly?
Yeah? How far have you got?
Oh, well, I've just had my first piano lesson with Mrs. Lieberman.
Okay. And how old were you then?
7.
Right. Let me know when you get to puberty, and it'll start getting interesting, I think. Oh, and I had a thought about art for you as well.
You're not such a Philistine as you like to pretend, are you?
I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget it, and I put it somewhere safe because I knew I'd lose it.
That's really funny because I also wrote an aphorism this morning, also about art. Yes, hang on a minute, let me find it. Where is it? Here it is. The Philistine believes that art which is popular is always good, but art which is good is never popular. That is the cultural watchword of our times, Wilfred. Rather neat, don't you think? Yeah. The Philistine believes that art which is popular is always good, but art which is good is never popular. What do you think? Do you think it's accurate?
Spot on.
I know who it is. I saw her. And you'll never guess it. You're right, it's someone grand. But you'll never guess who it is. Never.
Tell us then, that keep us in suspense for all eternity.
I saw her large as life and twice as terrifying.
For God's sake.
Oh, you won't believe it. Oh, what's her name? It begins with a G.
A G.
It's soprano, famous.
Famous soprano beginning with G. Gally Kirchy.
No, she's dead, isn't she?
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Come on, sissy, think.
Gilda. Our Gilda.
Our Gilda. You mean Jean Horton?
Yes, how clever of you, Jean Horton, yes.
Jean Horton, here? Oh. You're right, son.
G. Here. Really? Well, but how can they do that to me? It's insensitive, and they must have known, surely.
Well, I saw Il Duce showing her around, and he was basking in reflected glory. He looked like a bull mastiff who was told they weren't going to have him neutered after all. It's
an outrage. It's insensitive and unfeeling. I mean, surely they were aware.
Perhaps not. You know what they're like.
They should have consulted me. I shall contact my solicitor. I will not stand for this. I mean, who do they think they are? Honestly, I shall leave. I shall go somewhere else. Oh. Well, where shall I go? I mean, I'm nowhere now. Nowhere.
There, Reg, steady on, NSP. You weren't married for long, were you?
No, not all that long.
I always thought she was frigid.
But they could have warned me.
Perhaps they didn't know.
If it's any consolation, she's aged terribly.
How old can she be now?
Oh, a little younger than me.
What, late 80s?
Don't be ridiculous. Much younger, much younger. But she looks 100. I'm going to go and see what's what.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, of course not.
And whatever you say or do, don't be sympathetic.
No, I don't know the meaning of the word.
Do you know, I could have done without this at my time of life.
Do you want to be left alone?
I said, don't be sympathetic.
I'll go.
No, don't. I would stop that humming. It's the most irritating habit. You know, it's terribly unfair. It's been so quiet here, so agreeable. And now Jean. I'll try to forget the past. I'll try to blot her out. I don't want any more pain. I'll force myself to stay in the present. And now this. It's like making from an anaesthetic to an unfriendly face. That's why I positively like getting old. I mean, age helps one forget which is best forgotten. Yes, and in some perverse way, I've enjoyed the process of getting old. You know, the dying away of petty differences, the dwindling of ridiculous pride, and well, physical decay has seemed natural and inescapable. I mean, you could say that I welcome the inevitability of it quite cheerfully. I've lived frugally, I've ate simply, allowed myself, on doctor's orders, 1 glass of red wine every day, bought the occasional second-hand book and CD. I repair my own clothes, and I've never worn the same pair of shoes 2 days running. My one indulgence is from time to time buy my favourite cologne. And I've scrimped and saved, and for what purpose? So I could afford, without charity and without strain, a room in a house like this, surrounded by men and women, some who have been my colleagues, and so be cared for and allowed to live a dignified and tranquil senility. And now June comes along, and she just shatters everything. I don't want to face my failures, Will. So unfair.
Well, a broken marriage need not necessarily be equated to failure, need it?
It does, in my case.
Well, it could have just been one of those things, incompatibility. 2 people, same profession, careers colliding, and then an agreement to live separately, a decision taken for mutual benefit. And I'm sure she was probably much more responsible for it all than you were, if I knew anything about it.
And what do you know about it, Wilf? Not everyone was like you and Melissa, married for 35 years.
Well, yeah, I loved her all the time, but I hated growing old. Hated every bloody moment of it. First it's your prostate. You're up 3 times a night for a piss. Then your teeth fall out, and your hearing goes, and your eyes water, and it's cataracts. And you can't remember anybody's name. And you can't remember your own name. And the bloody doctors know bugger all. Have a bypass. Try a pacemaker. What about a pig's valve? Lower your blood pressure. Give up smoking. Watch your cholesterol. Nothing we can do for cramp. Hit and miss. Mostly bloody miss. And as for your sex, well, adios, Speedy Gonzales, I can tell you.
But they've invented a pill for that, Will.
Oh, they have, and I asked Dr. Cobham for it. She said, what do you want it for? I said, what do you think I want it for? She said, I'll give you something to calm you down. To calm me down too bloody calm as it is, that's all. And then she said, remind me how old you are. I said, piss off.
Oh dear, rage against the dying of the light.
Precisely, Reginald. You're a poet, a true poet. What was that, rage again?
Oh, Will, you have the most extraordinary gift for cheering one up.
It's funny you should say that. Your ex said something very similar to me 100 years ago. We were rehearsing, what was it, Rigoletto, that bloody quartet, that was it. Going through hell we were. You must have been there. Sissy was, I know, because she was in tears, because Jean was being her usual difficult self. So I goosed Jean, just for the hell of it. She said, Wilfred, you are cruel and vulgar, you have the intellect of a taxi blind, and yet you are a giver of life, and that's a lovely thing. And I'll thank you never to pinch my bum again. Oh, never forgotten that. I've told it countless times. So, were you really unhappy? How long were you married? I tell you, there's one thing I've always wanted to know the answer to. Why did Jean retire so suddenly?
Oh, I don't know. She was at the height of her powers when she married Michael Rees, and then she just stopped. Just like that. She said she wanted to devote herself to being a wife and a mother, but I don't know the real reason.
No, it doesn't sound like Jean, does it? She's about as motherly as Il Duce.
Yeah, she said that she always ran away from the truth, did Jean? Yeah, especially if it was unpleasant. No attempt to deal with it, just run away.
That's not a bad idea. Let's you and I run away tonight. Well, we'll do a bunk. We'll hire a taxi, Mr. Donworth from the village. Don't worry about the expense. We'll spend our Rigoletto royalties before we know how much they are. We'll have a beano, do ourselves proud at the White Horse.
Angeli! You didn't give me a mini marmalade at breakfast again this morning!
We'll have a good meal, and then I'll come back here, stand outside Jean's room and sing the duet from the Pearl Fishers. How does that sound?
Reggie, Wilfred, here she is. Here's Jean in all her glory.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how have the mighty fallen.
Tantalus as ever, you haven't changed a jot, have you?
Didn't I say so? She looks just the same as she always did. You'll find it very difficult to fit in here, Jean, because we're all decrepit, and you look just as you always did, youthful and glowing.
Oh, how sweet you both are. Reggie, it's me, Jean.
Yes. I know who you are.
Oh, don't be hard on me, Reg, after all these years. I can't bear it.
He's upset because he wasn't warned you were coming.
Oh, I'm not upset.
That's entirely my fault, Reggie. I didn't want any fuss. You know what the media are like. They've learned I'd ended up here. They gloat. Oh, that was clumsy of me.
No, just par for the course.
I'm surprised the media still has any interest in you.
That's very cruel, Reg. I hope you haven't become cruel.
Yes, but you know all about cruelty, wouldn't you?
You were never cruel. You were always kind and gentle and unassertive.
Yes, unassertive. Rake over the ashes.
As a matter of fact, and this will obviously surprise you, I continue to cut a figure. The other night I was George's guest at Covent Garden. When I entered his box, I received an ovation. So gratifying. Reggie, please say something kind to me. We shall have to be friends if I'm going to live here. Well, if not friends, then at least let us be polite to one another. Oh, I must sit. I'm awaiting this rain. Reggie, dearest, don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. I knew you were resident here and that my presence might cause difficulties.
Difficulties?
I had no alternative. So please, let me say what I have to say. I apologise for hurting you. Please, be kind to me. We were different people then. Oh, I've been rehearsing saying that for the past week. This is like the first day of school or a first rehearsal. One wants so much to make a good impression. Tell me all about things here. The director seems frankly charming.
We call him Il Duce.
Very amusing. Il Duce. Yes, I see why. I have to say I was dreadfully disappointed to have so many chorus members pointed out to me. I didn't know any of them personally, of course, but one or two I thought I'd seen before. And so many orchestral musicians. I had hoped there'd be rather more, what should I say, virtuosi.
Oh, well, Frank White is here. No, I don't think for much longer. They'll send him away. He's not well at all, poor love. He can hardly breathe. And I don't think he knows where he is. He sticks to his room and he won't have any visitors, not even me. Oh, it's such a shame. What a star he was, and so strong. We knew each other once. Occasionally, he'd let me hold his flute. Leaving it all. He could make it sound like a choir angel.
And could that have been Bobby Swanson lurking in the corner?
Indeed it could.
He can't be dead.
Well, Bobby's sight isn't what it used to be. He was waiting for his cataracts to ripen, and now they tell him cataracts don't have to ripen. It's all done with microsurgery. Bloody doctors.
Such an intense little man. He looked as though he was spying for a foreign power.
Oh, he's all right. He's just disappointed, that's all. And why should he be any different to anybody else? He wanted to conduct, and they wouldn't let him. I always thought he was a miracle worker, Bobby.
Yes, someone I knew, Enrico Cardinale. You might remember him. He swore by Bobby. I forget what they did together, but Enrico needed a lot of help, in more ways than one. And I always thought that he and Bobby...
We all have our own little areas to which we migrate, and this terrace is ours, this little terrace, and the music room behind. When I first arrived, the walls were hung with still life, dead fish, dead birds, artichokes. Oh, it was too depressing, so they let me redecorate.
Yes, I could see. I never thought style was your strong point.
And we like to regard ourselves as a rather exclusive club, don't we?
The elite, that's what we are, the elite.
And Jean, when I say you're very welcome to join us, I'm sure I speak for all of us.
You don't speak for me.
But you must obey our motto, Jean. NSP, no self-pity. And there are two questions you must never ask. How are you? And what are your plans for today? That's all you have to remember.
I must say I've had the most lovely welcome. Walking through the dining room, everyone seemed to recognise me. There was even a little patter of hands. So gratifying. Rather like the other night at the opera. When I entered George's box, I received a standing ovation. Wasn't that something?
I received a standing ovation once in New York.
A smart thing to receive in New York is a sitting down.
The polyanthus and forget-me-nots were beautiful. I don't suppose you get those in Karachi.
Oh, thank heavens for this breeze. I do feel the heat. And yet there's nothing of me. It must be ghastly for you, Sissy. And I used to love lying in the sun for hours and hours on end.
And beyond the copper beach is the bluebell wood. We're allowed to walk there, but not unaccompanied. You have to get a bleeper from matron. Oh, bluebells were glorious this year, but they're finished now.
Like us.
You mustn't say that, you mustn't. We're so privileged to be here, so fortunate. All in one piece, well, almost. Not that one doesn't get depressed from time to time with all the whispering and the people being sent away because they're too ill or going doolally. Of course one does. It doesn't last long. How can it when there's so much to enjoy? There's new faces, old friends, new activities. Oh, there's fitness classes and OT, that's occupational therapy, and such fun lectures. And for someone like me, who never married, never had children, and my nearest and dearest are long gone, it's a godsend. It's a blessing. It's a fairground full of fairy lights. And the people here are so interesting. I was talking the other day to a dramatic tenor, I can't remember his name, but you must meet him. And he was saying that when he played Othello, his Desdemona was from, you'll never guess where, Ghana. Isn't that fascinating? So what it did to the plot, he never did explain.
And there's a rather brutal-looking gardener, isn't there, Sissy? Goes by the name of Noddy, works stripped to the waist, muscles rippling, covered in sweat.
I like the snowmails.
Oh, so we've heard.
I could watch him work for hours.
Careful, Sissy, you'll blow the fuse on your pacemaker.
Frank White used to smell of honey.
I'm surprised you're here, Jean. Last I heard you were still living in Upper Eaton Square.
Oh, and have they shown you the swimming pool? They keep it at almost 80 degrees. I swim every morning.
And I watch her. It's the only exercise I take.
Reggie, please say something kind to me. I was so looking forward to seeing you again, truly. We don't have to talk about the past. What was. Let's just be friends, now and forever. I trust our fellow residents don't go on and on about their past successes or failures, as the case may be. I do find that tiresome, don't you? But it's a symptom of old age, I fear. That and repeating oneself. My late husband did it all the time.
Which late husband?
Nigel Harris.
Was he your fourth or your fifth?
What's the food like?
Oh, perfect if you like grey roast lamb and lumpy custard, sometimes served together.
So who was Nigel Harris?
And how long have you all been here?
Oh, just under a year, me.
9 months.
And Reggie's our new boy. He served, what, 6 months of your sentence? Is that right, Reg?
I was sorry to hear about your wife, Belinda. Was her name Belinda?
Her name was Melissa. And she was very loving and tolerant and understanding, and they were married for 35 years.
Cut it out, Reg. There's a good chap. Cut it out.
And what's all this about the 10th of October? The director said he was sure the committee, did he say the committee? He was sure they'd expect me to do something, some sort of concert, I gather. What's so special about the 10th of October? He didn't explain.
Birthday gala.
Whose birthday?
Joe Green's.
I don't think I know who that is.
I'll explain. The committee that Cedric's head of, I'm on the committee. I was co-opted the week after I arrived. And Cedric runs it, but we all think that Reggie should be in charge, don't we? We would all vote for him. Yes, it's such fun. We have apologies and we read the minutes and then there's any other business and we all feel so important. And yes, for Verdi's birthday, Giuseppe Verdi, Joe Green. Do you see the joke?
Yes, of course.
Yes, we celebrated on the 10th of October. And we have little do's for others as well, like Tommy Beecham's birth or death, I can never remember which, and Ben Britton, and even Mozart gets a look in. So you see, there's always something to look forward to. And this would be our first year. And we're all expected to do something. And everyone wanted Reggie to sing La Donna Immobile, didn't they, Reggie?
I fell in love with Reggie when I first heard him sing that.
Oh, we have a star turn. Anne Langley will perform her Violetta.
Anne Langley? Here? I thought they'd committed her.
They will do after they turn over the election.
She's still so lucky.
We were built differently then.
Well, I wasn't. And I always thought Anne Langley's upper register sounded like a screech owl in labour. Reggie, won't you come for a walk and show me the garden?
Oh, leave me in peace, for Christ's sake, Jean, leave me in peace. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I apologise. I was always told that the definition of a gentleman was never to be unintentionally rude, and that remark just slipped out. It was unworthy.
I've had such a difficult time. I'm here on charity.
Well, so am I, so is Sissy, so are most of the inmates here. There's no shame in charity as long as one is undeserving.
I'm not on charity. I pay my own way.
Now, Reggie, NSP.
The same cologne. 4711. You can still buy it. Oh, it takes me back to you, Reggie. Smells are to me what Madeleines were to Proust.
Madeline who?
Smells. And music, of course.
Sissy, I've just seen Nobby heading across the lawn to the herb garden, taking his shirt off. Look,
I can't see it.
look, he's just gone behind the copper beech. Hurry, you'll catch him. Right, I'll just go and see if this month's copy of Erotica has arrived yet.
You know, I can't ever remember you crying.
My mother always taught me never to let others see that I was hurt. Reggie, we have to come to some arrangement.
You know, your mother always knew about how to cover her feelings. It was easy for her to hide them. She didn't have any. When I first met her, I thought she never smiled because she had bad teeth. And I was wrong. They revealed themselves when she ate. Gleaming fangs. No, she never smiled, even when you left me. I mean, that's saying something, isn't it? Yeah, she must be dead by now.
Yes, 10 years ago. No, 11. And don't be unkind about her, please.
I liked your father. He telephoned me after you left. He said, "Never mind, old chap. Count your blessings. I'm married to a mother." He did.
Yes, he died before Mummy. They were both so proud of me. Never a day goes by when I don't think about them. I liked your parents, but they didn't approve of me.
No.
Mummy also ended up in a home, in Hove. Such a mournful sound, Hove. I vowed then I'd never end up the same way, but here I am. Reggie, we both have to live here. What are we going to do?
Just press the cliche button and say, make the most of it. What else can we do?
I apologise for hurting you. Please be kind to me. We were different people then. I've been rehearsing saying that for the past week.
Yes, you're repeating yourself.
Oh God, am I?
Yes.
Do stop me if I do it again. But I mean it nevertheless.
You mean what?
That I am truly, truly sorry I hurt you so much. I suffered terrible remorse, you know. But I was young and impetuous. I was so shocked. What I did was unforgivable.
No, just stop it, Jean. Stop it, please. Stop it. Look, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. When Sissy announced that you were here, I reacted rather too sharply, and even more sharply when I first saw you. The depth of my feelings took me by surprise, but well, I'm over it now. I'm too old to relive ancient history. It's too tiring and totally pointless anyway. Look, you're here, I'm here, we're stuck, that's all there is to it.
I knew our marriage was going to be a disaster the moment Daddy led me down the aisle.
Did you?
Yes, when I saw the priest. His cheeks were sunken and there were dark circles under his eyes. He had the haunted look of a child molester. It was a bad day.
And don't say that ever again.
And now we're old.
Yes, and now we are old.
How do you pass your time here?
Oh, I read, I listen to music, I enjoy the company of my friends. I don't want to become institutionalised, I try not to watch television. I'm writing my autobiography. If I want to tire myself, I think about art. If I want to exhaust myself, I think about life. But art is my major preoccupation. You know, its meaning, its significance, its ability to educate and enthrall, to civilise and inspire. Angelique! Bitch! Cow! You see her? Look, actually, down by the box hedge, dressed in white. She calls herself a wardress. A nurse even. Bitch! Cow! Fat-ass twat! She gives everyone marmalade for breakfast in the morning except me. She gives me apricot jam. And I hate apricot jam! She does it deliberately. Bitch! Art is the medicine of mankind. But what is its spring? Now, Ernest Newman's right. It's not poetic. No. I've come to the conclusion that the true fountainhead of art is life itself. Life in all its diversity, its beauty, its ugliness. Oh no. That's too pretentious, too affected. Oh. It's so hard to define.
Do you listen to your old recordings?
Not if you're on them, no.
I listen to myself a lot.
Yes, I would have guessed that.
They've reissued our Rigoletto.
You know, they want me to sing La Donna è mobile at her baby's birthday gala.
Yes, Sissy said.
La Donna è mobile quod plumo e vento. Women are as fickle as a feather in the wind. An image I shall carry in my mind is of you as Gilda. It will be a great success.
Did you hear me say I fell in love with you when I first heard you sing that?
I took 12 curtain calls.
You took 9, I took 12. The other night I was George's guest at the opera. When I entered his box...
You're repeating yourself.
Oh, am I?
Oh, never mind. In opera we do it all the time. All the time we repeat ourselves all the time.
My trouble was I never thought about the future. I lived from one day to the next without a care. I sang, I travelled, I spent my money, I spent my husband's money. When I married Nigel Harris...
What did he do?
Rag trade, a widower, and a great lover of opera. He used to be at all the parties. Oh, it's a banal little story. I've always been hopeless with money. I was told he was terribly rich. He courted me. I encouraged him shamelessly. We married. He had a flat in Eaton Square. He was a delightful companion. One evening, just before Christmas, we were dressing to go out to dinner. He complained of indigestion. I went into the bathroom to fetch medicine, and when I returned, he was lying on the floor. His lawyer came to see me. The flat was rented. Nigel wasn't as rich as I'd been led to believe. I didn't want to come here and leave me, but I had no alternative.
Well, what about you and Michael Reese? Didn't you have children?
Christopher and Ella, they're darlings. You'll meet them. They've promised to visit.
Can't they help?
Not really. Christopher's a vicar.
I think that, really.
Yes, plays the guitar in Lowestoft, C of E. He got the call when I ran off with Enrico Cardinale. Do you remember Enrico?
Yes, a bass.
Huh. Bass by voice and bass by nature. I am such a bad picker of men.
Oh, thank you.
Emma's married to a school teacher, so they're as poor as church mice. And both of them have children of their own. I have 6 grandchildren.
And here you are.
On charity.
Right.
Me, on charity. I have nothing, Reggie, nothing. My clothes, a few jewels, and a hip that gives me hell. Why do I want to get old?
Well, that is a very silly question. Yeah. So tell me, why did you retire so suddenly?
Then you got great excitement. We have something to discuss, the 4 of us. Where's Wilf? I will.
She's become very eccentric.
No more than she ever was. Just only a little bit more. That's all.
She said something to me I thought very wrong about Karachi.
Yes, she's begun to think people have come back from somewhere. We'll have to keep an eye on her. They may send her away, you see. They do that if you become terminally wayward.
There you are. She's been looking for you. I told her you'd be here.
She said she was looking for you.
She was in a state of great excitement. Perhaps Nobby's exposed himself to her. Booked a ticket for Karachi. Anyway, have you two made peace?
Not a peace exact, a truce, perhaps. Negotiations are continuing.
Remind me, for how long were you two married?
There you are. I thought you were avoiding me. I have something important to tell you. What was it? Some sort of proposal.
Nobby's asked you to marry him.
No, it wasn't that. I remember I was looking for Nobby, and then someone came up to speak to me. Oh, no. Who was it? Oh. You know him. He wears chiffon.
Wearing chiffon? You mean Cedric?
Yes, Cedric. That's right. Now, what did he say?
Buzz off, sissy. Nobby's mine. I remember Cedric Livingston, don't you? Not as handsome as you, but twice as ladylike.
Maybe.
Countertenor, or more precisely in his case, castrato. In his 90s, chairman of the gala committee. He really runs the place. In prison, he'd be a drug baron. Here, he's a drag baron.
Your ones are the best, they will.
What are you inmates for unless they're telling me jokes, eh?
Please don't call me an inmate.
That was it. The committee says he's the chairman. Mustn't call him chairman. He gets frightfully angry if I call him chairman.
And that's because he's never come out. He said he didn't want his parents to know about his sexual proclivities. I said, but surely, Cedric, your parents are dead by now. He said, they are, but nevertheless.
Because he's a spiritualist. You see, they believe people don't die, they just simply go into the next room.
Coming from me, I've looked in the next room and there's never anybody there.
What was it he said? Oh, yes. He said that they want us to sing the Quartet from Rigoletto at Verdi's birthday gala.
Damn fool idea.
It's a great honour, Chief.
A great honour. The 4 of us, average age 198. Singing the Quartet Finale is not an opera, Sissy. It's insanity.
But we have to do something for the gala.
Why?
Well, everyone does. We do. And Rigoletto was very famous. And it was so good. I was listening to it this morning, and that's why they have reissued us.
I wish they would.
So what am I to tell Cedric?
That he should only wear chiffon at night. She's on a knife edge, Jean. I think she's close to a breakdown.
Jean, close to a breakdown. Call the other one.
I'd like to pull them both, Sis, but for that.
I think the quartet's a very good idea.
Well, not for three, it isn't.
Well, we could try and persuade her. On the committee, we're always persuading each other.
To do what?
You know, I never thought I'd feel sorry for Jean. But she touched my heart a moment ago, and I resented it.
Forgive and forget, Reg.
Well, I can forgive, but I should never forget. No, God knows I'll try.
This is not a retirement home. It's a madhouse.
Oh, Jean, welcome back from Karachi.
No, I thought I went alone.
I have just been surrounded by toothless crones, all saying how excited they are at the thought of seeing Miss Gilda. And then some creature, I suppose it was Cedric Livingstone, because he was wearing what looked like a sari, said, the quartet will be the finale.
Oh, that's the star spot.
Anne Langley will be put out.
To grass, one hopes. I want it understood here and now that I consider the whole notion totally ridiculous. And Sissy, please make that note to Cedric Livingstone, Bobby Swanson, Anne Langley, and all the other residents of this asylum, and please do so immediately. God, why did I ever come here?
Oh, don't go, Jean, please. Let's discuss it. That's all I ask.
I'm ready.
Look,
What's so funny?
can you all pay attention?
I won't do it, so there's no point in going on.
Did I tell you I received a cheque for the barber? I played Brazila, you know.
Look.
And they didn't send a CD. You think they'd send a CD?
Sissy, concentrate. Look, and I better make an agenda.
Can't we just talk about it informally?
Well, no, you know me, I like things structured. Now, where are we now? Ferdy's birthday is on the 10th of October. Now then, that gives us 5, 6, 12, 15 weeks.
The whole idea is totally outlandish. We only make ridiculous fools of ourselves. The very thought is too depressing, and I don't want to be any more depressed than I already am.
Oh, it will be fun, Jean. I promise
will
you.
not be fun. Nothing's fun anymore. Everything's poisoned.
But the first question is, do we accept in principle the committee's invitation?
The committee? The committee? Most of them were probably in the chorus when I made my debut as Violetta, and they would still be there at my final performance.
Well, not Anne Langley. She made a very fine Violetta.
Oh, please, don't talk such rubbish. Violetta's supposed to be dying of tuberculosis. Anne Langley looked as though she was singing full stop.
They were built differently in those days.
I'm not interested in those days.
But if we do decide to sing the quartet, we will need a repetiteur, of course.
Yeah, Bobby Swanson, he'd be an enormous help. He's still a pretty good pianist, and I'm sure he could manage it.
Oh, I think it'll be such a grand occasion. The first time the four of us have sung together in goodness knows how long.
I say no, and I won't change my mind. It sounds like 4 cats mating.
I'm going to put this to the vote. What is the general feeling? Do we sing the quartet from Verdi's Rigoletto or do we not?
Yes.
No,
2 to 1, we do it.
I'm not bound by your stupid rules.
That's not my rules, Jean. It's democracy. You know, the majority wins.
You've taken leave of your senses. We're not a political party, we're 4 individuals. I don't want to do it, and I'm not going to do it, and that's that. Democracy has nothing to do with that.
Alas, that's very true.
It's such a great honour to be given the finale. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that ever sing in the finale of Verdi's birthday gala.
And it's your presence here, Jean, that's made it all possible.
Let's start rehearsing now, today.
No, I absolutely refuse. I will not sing Gilda or anything else. Please, just listen to what I have to say.
We're listening.
No, I can't. I don't know how to explain.
Well, just try. We've all the time in the world.
Oh, I'm in a state of shock. This is my first day here.
Gee.
Don't interrupt, I'm talking. I think you'll all admit that my voice was much admired. I have a memory of that voice. I remember what it was like to hear myself soaring effortlessly. Yes, effortlessly, as though the gift I had been given.
Lunch!
Come on, Jean, you'll have to hurry up, otherwise all the mashed potato will be gone.
What's that? Sounded like Sissy.
I'm sorry, I wasn't concentrating. What sounded like Sissy?
Well, we have to scream. Contralto. I watched her swim this morning. She's perfectly robust. Mind you, if that was her voice, it's going to need a lot of work. Oh, I had a thought about the trio, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the barber. After the storm scene, with the ladder, Sissy knows Rosino, you must know Almaviva, and I've done Figaro countless times.
I have a feeling that Jean will relent.
Reggie, where have you been? She said no, and when Jean says no, she means no, doesn't she? I mean, you were married to her, for God's sake, you know her better than anyone. She took to her room and hasn't been seen since, so you're saying she'll play Gilda is like me saying I'll give the matron one before sunset.
You know, the thing is, she's a star, and stars always find it difficult, I mean, not to say impossible, to do anything that's unpleasant. Now, I've been preparing an argument which I feel may help her face her present reality. I think I can get her to change her mind. Oh, Sissy!
It's so hard, always trying to see the good in people.
What happened?
She threw something at me. Jean, of course. Dr. Coggins given me a pill to calm me down.
Oh, Dr. Coggin would.
Well, tell us all about it. Adante expressivo.
After she'd taken to her room, I thought I'd go and see her. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Go on, Sissy.
Well, afternoon, after tea, I went to her room and I knocked on the door, but there was no reply. I could hear her crying.
Oh, crying again, she really is in a bad way.
I tried the doorknob, but it was locked. I'm going to have to sit down. I feel quite wobbly.
So, why did you scream?
Well, I thought I'd try again
Try what again?
to see Jean. You see, I don't like her being upset. I don't like anyone being upset. And last night, Anne Langley reported something rather odd.
What, she'd lost weight?
Anne said that she happened to be in the kitchen
I wonder why.
peeling something or other, and she happened to look out of the window and she saw Jean getting into a taxi. Mr.
Dunbar.
From the village.
Smells
yes.
of naphthalene, yeah.
And then she said, not 20 minutes later, the taxi came back and Jean got out clutching a gift wrapped parcel. And I thought, well, she must be feeling better. So I thought, I'll go and see her in the morning. So just now, I went and knocked on her door. There was no reply, but it wasn't locked this time. So I put my head round the door and I said, hello, Jean, it's me, Sissy. And she just stared at me, coldly. And then something came flying towards me, a saucer, I think. It smashed, and I screamed, and Dr. Coggan happened to be upstairs, and she gave me a pill. And I think it's beginning to work. I hope Jean's wrong. She said everything's poisoned. I don't want everything to be poisoned. It's not as though we have that much time left.
I wonder what upset her so much.
Well, it's not very nice having something thrown at one, is it?
No, not Sissy. I know what's upset Sissy. Jean. Can't just be us suggesting the quartet.
She's asleep.
Yeah.
It's the pill.
Oh, isn't she lovely asleep?
Oh.
Smile on her face there. Well, I'd like to wake up to that smiling every morning. Sissy, have I ever told you I'd like to die making love to you? Oh, God.
What?
I hope it wasn't shoplifting.
I'm sorry, I'm not following you.
The package. I hope Jean didn't pinch it.
She's broke, of course, but I don't think she's that desperate. Well,
No, it's nothing to do with money.
well, what?
We all know what begins with shoplifting.
Well, I don't.
No, I suppose you weren't here for the Laura Armstrong affair, were you?
Who's Laura Armstrong?
Cellist. Thighs like a rugby player. Always had a mad urge to tackle her. I used to be in the drive when the police brought her back. She'd been caught nicking black lace undies and a leather belt. I heard that, I thought, I don't know. But all they carted her off.
What, to prison, you mean?
No, not to prison, to Karachi.
Karachi? What are you talking about?
She deteriorated very rapidly.
And it started with shoplifting, did it? Well, didn't you think Jean's headed the same way?
Well, it's just a thought.
I have come to apologise to Sissy.
She's asleep.
I have also come to apologise to you and Wilfred for my behaviour yesterday.
Well, I don't remember you throwing anything at us.
Please don't make fun of me. I brought you a gift, Reggie.
Oh, thank you.
Well, open it.
Oh. It's marmalade. That's what I wanted.
I also feel I need to explain something.
You've changed your mind about the garden?
No,
See, I told you so.
but I feel I must explain why I'm so opposed to it. Not for you, you must decide for yourselves, but for me, I hope I can remember everything I want to say. I've had time to think about it.
And it's
It's such a shame. Cedric said we could use the Carl Rose costumes. Someone gifted them to us, I can't remember who. But 1961 seems to stick in my mind. He said they'd even got a hump for Mills. I do wish Jean would change her mind.
Well, I won't.
Oh, Jean! Was it truly awful in Krishnapur?
and it's lime marmalade. It's my favourite. Do you know, you touch me deeply. Such an original present.
I'm sorry, Sissy, for losing my rag. I've cried more in the last 2 days than in all my life.
Well, you can stop now. We're going to do the trio from the barber.
Try to understand this from my point of view. I was somebody once.
Well, we were all somebody once.
I'd like to think I'm somebody now.
But I shone brightest in the firmament.
Yes, you were a great star. Yes, we know that.
I was, and don't disparage me. It's not easy to be me now.
Was it ever? No, don't go. No, don't go, Jean. I apologise. I won't be facetious again. Look, it's my turn now to try and make something clear to you. I too have been thinking a lot about this, you see. It's not a madhouse here, Jean. No more than anywhere else. We're a community of people from the same profession with similar experience, and we happen to be highly individual and often eccentric.
Eccentric? How do you dream up these things?
And all of us, without exception, are odd. And I've always believed that whatever community you find yourself in, you should try and live by their rules and customs.
Reggie's right. Fuck in. The only alternative is to be guest of honour at the crematorium.
Well, I like it here. I've no complaints apart from the whispering. Sissy Robson, Sissy. I think we're extremely lucky. I really do.
Well, I don't. I hoped my last years would be quite different.
Well, and they're not. That's the way it is. Best to accept it.
Yes, and best to accept that one of the traditions we have in this house is that we celebrate the birth of Giuseppe Verdi on the 10th of October. And we do so by getting together at a concert in which we all take part.
It's grotesque and obscene.
Oh, don't be so aggressive, G. God, you haven't changed, have you? You never think. You never draw breath. You just bulldoze over every other person's feet.
And I don't intend to change. Why should I?
Well, no reason except that you'll feel better if you do.
I expect she's missing sunnier climes.
It is my opinion that performing again, albeit once a year, to fellow residents and members of staff and the odd guest, is a way of reaffirming our existence.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense, Jean. Look, all of us here were born with a musical gift. Ours was the singular ability to raise our voices in song. Yes. And here we are, many years later, when old age has thrown us together, when our voices are nothing more than faded memories like us. But what harm is there in trying to recapture what we once were, however inadequately, on the birthday of one of the greatest composers for the human voice that's ever lived? The answer is there is no harm, not to us, not to the audience, and certainly not to the late Giuseppe Verdi. Look, anyway, I believe I believe you will find it invigorating. And not to say electrifying, to find yourself again in a costume, to lose a sense of yourself, to feel nervous and just step into the warmth of the lights and remember dimly what we were once capable of will be therapeutic and worthwhile. Yes, and the sound we carry in our ears now, however poor it is in reality, will be to us just the same sound that we made all those years ago. I just know it to be true, Jean, and it will help us, and you especially, face the present, and more importantly, face the future.
Huh. What future?
And there's something else. It will keep us occupied. It will give us a sense of purpose, and it will help pass the time, because I assure you in this place, time does not so much pass slowly as stagger by in its own Zimmer frame.
What I refuse to understand is that I'm a different person today.
No, you're not. Nor are we. We've just aged, that's all, and it's happened so fast we didn't have time to change. Inside, I'm still the same lovely lad I always was. I just happened to find myself trapped in this cage made of rusty iron bars.
I'm not. I'm a different person now. But I revere the memory of who I once was.
You'll find that totally pointless and utterly infuriating. So I'd stop it if I were you.
Well, you're not me.
Oh.
When I talk about that someone I once was, I'm talking about another human being whose body and mind I happen to inhabit. That someone I once was shone in the firmament.
You're repeating yourself.
Oh, shut up. With the passage of time, her light grew dim and is now extinguished.
Who are we talking about now?
We're talking about me.
Jean Horton that was.
Yes, Jean Horton that was. I revere her memory, and I will do nothing to tarnish what she achieved. So the very idea that I should now even attempt to...
Oh, look,
It's unthinkable.
look, let go, Jean, let go. Look, there's no holding on to these things. Look, you're face up to reality just for once in your life. Yes, we're alive now, and for not very much longer, so make the most of it. Make the most of these days, these hours, these times that we have together. Yes, live. I mean, we're artists. We're meant to celebrate life. And what else were we doing all these years? I mean, it's an obligation. Sing with it. Angelique! Angelique! Yes, sing with us, and you will be eternally grateful. Oh, I promise. To hell with the people we once were.
When did any of you last sing? Never mind the sound you carry in your ears. Has anyone heard you recently? Do you have any conception of the sound you now make? Do you really want to be a laughing stock?
Is she right, do you think, Reggie? Is it madness? What if we sound like motor cars that won't start? I don't want to be a laughing stock. I don't want people to whisper city nonsense.
Do you realise I haven't sung a note for over 30 years?
Why did you retire so suddenly?
I had no choice.
I thought that's exactly what you did have. You chose to be a wife and a mother.
I had my first child late. I was... how old was I? Over 30. A week or so after Christopher was born, I was offered Mimi in the Med. I accepted. I knew the role, of course, but I thought I ought to do some work with it. So I asked Mona Ross to put me through my paces. She arrived. Dear Mona, such a lovely voice in her day, and afterwards a wonderful teacher. She burst in, full of good cheer as usual, sat at my Steinway, played an arpeggio or two, and struck a chord. I drew breath, but I was unable to make any sound at all. She struck the note again with her forefinger. She always has such beautifully manicured nails, I remember. I couldn't take my eyes off her forefinger, hammering away at the note again and again. My mouth was open, but although I tried as hard as I could, I wasn't able to make any sound at all, apart from a sort of choking silence. I had never known such terror in all my life. Doctors were summoned. I went to see Norman Hunt. He couldn't find anything wrong with my chords. I just simply couldn't sing. I even saw a psychiatrist, a Professor Britton. He said he thought it was something to do with postnatal depression, and given a month or two, all would be well. Well, it wasn't. Not in a month or two, not in a year or two, not after Emma was born, never again. So you see, there's no point in trying to persuade me to sing in the birthday gala. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. I can't sing. I haven't been able to sing for years and years. And that's all there is to it. My gift deserted me.
I remember Mona Ross. I always thought it such an unfortunate name for a singer, Mona.
Oh, I often wondered what the real reason was.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
What a damn shame, Juliet. What a damn awful thing. Bloody doctors.
I'm told it's not uncommon. It happens, I believe, to actors, only they call it stage fright. What's it matter? I had a good run for my money. I feel better now. How extraordinary.
I suppose you wouldn't consider letting Bobby Swanson have a go at me, would you? I mean, we could all consult him. He's a miracle worker, is Bobby. Oh, well, Reg, I guess we'll have to do the trio from the barber after all.
Yeah.
Crank up the old voice again. I hate Figaro.
Believe me, if it was remotely possible, I'd sing for the birthdays of Giuseppe Verdi, Tommy Beecham, Ben Britten, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I would like nothing more than to hear myself sing now as I did then.
Are we all thinking the same thing?
Are we?
Would we get away with it?
Well, I would. It's the only way I could.
That's what we'll do then.
I'm ready.
Nobody yet? coming.
Nobody found the key.
I hope these costumes are going to be wearing it.
No, what did I do with it?
I'll tell you what, Sissy, let me frisk you, I'm sure I'll.
What did I do with it? Not 2 minutes ago. Nobody put it in my hand.
But what's in your hand?
It was like a long piece of string.
Really?
Sissy, perhaps it's round your neck.
How clever of you, Reggie.
Damn, I should frisk you.
And you haven't told anyone what we're up to.
Certainly not. I know how to keep a secret. There are lots of things I haven't told a living soul, especially about myself.
You intrigue me, Sissy.
Bobby Swanson came beetling towards me like a wasp ready to sting. He poked me with his stick, his conductor's baton, and asked me all sorts of questions.
Such as?
He said, "Who's going to rehearse you?" And I said, "Nobody." And he laughed hysterically. And then he said, "All right, who's going to accompany you?" And I said, "Reggie will." And he laughed again. And he said, "What, while he's singing with one finger?" No, I don't know why I said this, but I said, if you want to know the truth, we're importing a pianist. And he said, "From where?" And I said, "New Delhi."
New Delhi? What did he say to that?
He said, "I look forward to the quartet from Rigoletto, accompanied on the sitar."
Got it.
Oh, well done. This is exciting, isn't it? It's like finding a trunk in the attic and dressing up.
Oh, quack, it smells like Mr. Dunworth.
Oh, I wonder who designed that.
Well, not Oliver Messel, that's for certain.
It's a bit faded.
I think these are lovely.
They're not lovely, they're deeply attractive.
Is there a hump in there? There's supposed to be a hump there for me.
I refuse to wear them. We'll have to do it in modern dress.
Oh no, Jean, that would be awful.
Sissy, no.
I refuse to perform wearing taps. Find me someone who can make something. Sissy, what about you? You always look as though you make your own clothes. The other costumes is unwearable.
Oh, I say, look, pair of tights. Got a label on them. Enrico Cardinale, 1952.
Enrico never sang with the Carl Rosa.
Well, his tights are here.
Perhaps he took them off when he was visiting. You know what Enrico was like?
How old is Enrico's tights?
I always thought he looked so manly in tights. You.
That's because he wore a codpiece underneath. The rest of us made use of socks. I'm a free-sock man myself.
I don't think you knew Enrico.
Oh yeah, Glyndebourne.
That must have been after we...
Oh, he was such a handsome man, so attractive, wasn't he?
Never understood what women saw in him. Thick as two short planks, couldn't read a note of music. Bobby Swanson worked with him, said it took 7 months to teach him God Save the Queen.
He was ugly handsome, was Enrico. Many women find that irresistible. I did. Like that French actor.
What French actor?
Oh, do you remember?
Well, give us a clue.
What's a woman's name?
French actor with woman's name.
Reggie, you must remember. I had to think about him. He was in that film. What was the name of that film?
What film?
About the war.
What war?
It's a bloody quiz show, what does it matter when Enrico looked like?
Well, tell me, do you think Enrico was really brave?
I resent that question.
Oh, this must be your hump, Will.
It's more like Enrico's codpiece.
Oh, look, this is nice, Jean. I could alter it for you.
Well, it's certainly my colour.
Oh, look. I say, found a silk scarf.
Oh, now
Although I find
this.
distraction this one.
This is much better. Oh, this is lovely. I'll have this, but I'll have to let out the waste a bit.
Oh, yes, that's much better, much nicer quality. Perhaps I ought to have that.
Oh, well, it's your own if you want it. I don't mind. I don't mind what I wear.
I'll have it then. It's much the best.
I say, look, shoes.
I'll wear my own shoes, thank you. I can't bear the thought of wearing other people's shoes. Everything will have to be dry cleaned.
Dry clean? But that would cost a fortune.
I can't help that. I'm not for wearing these clothes unless they've been dry cleaned.
Well, the committee has funds.
Has it?
Yes, Lawrence Timms left a small bequest.
Cheeky bugger.
He told us.
Well, they did, he did. And I could put forward a motion to the committee to have the committee pay for Taffy's dry clean.
Excellent, Sissy. Excellent.
You're not just a beautiful body, sister.
Oh, how exciting. I've always longed to put forward a motion.
Right, now come on. Gather round, there is much to discuss. The rehearsal schedule, the method of works, when to do the sitz probe.
Don't be ridiculous, Reggie. There's no orchestra. How can we have a sitz probe?
Now listen, what we are attempting to do here is not easy. And if we are to do it properly, we have to do it properly. We can't just... I've lost my glasses. Now where are they? Can't see a thing without my glasses. Never mind. There we are.
We have a great deal. Yeah, we're all listening, Reggie.
Yes, I know. Now I've got to make a few notes. I like things structured, you know me. And right. Now, we have to aim for perfection, nothing less. There's a great deal of work before us.
What work? We all know the quartet, we all know the opera.
My dear Will, none of us has sung for more years than we can decently remember. Now, if we do this, we have to burrow our way right back into the opera.
Steady on, Reg. I'm not as nimble as I used to be, you know.
Yes. Right, now, well, first, Sissy, I suggest you see the committee about the costumes. Yes, about the dry cleaning. And then, well, I suggest that we all carry on as we are at the moment. We must look after our own costumes. That includes your hump, Will. Yes. And then we'll carry on relearning our lines in our own time. And then by the end of August, we must be rehearsing twice a week. And then by mid-September, we must be on every morning. Now, is that agreed?
Every morning? That's overdoing it a bit, isn't it?
No, not at all. What we are attempting here is not easy. Now, please pay attention, because Rigoletto by Giuseppe Verdi, and this is very important, so please pay attention. As you may know, Verdi based his opera on a play by Victor Hugo.
Jean Gabin?
Victor Hugo.
No. The French actor. I was trying to remember his name. Jean Gabin.
Oh, yes, ugly, handsome Jean Gabin. Jean. A woman's name. Same as yours.
Same as mine. God, why didn't I remember? Oh, one's memory is totally mystified.
But what was the film? What film? About the war.
I'm going to expose myself in a moment.
Don't give us a clue.
To hell with this. Look, I'm not going to go through with this. Let's forget the whole thing.
Oh, Reggie, don't be like that. We will listen, won't we? I promise you, we will listen.
But as you may remember,
What about makeup?
I beg your pardon.
Well, who's going to do our makeup?
Well, you'll have to do your own now, please. Just shut up.
Don't speak to me like that. I've never done my own makeup and I don't intend to start it now.
But then don't wear any.
What? Appear without makeup? Oh,
I'll do it for you, Jean.
God, this is going to be amateur night in the Turkish bath.
I'm not absolutely sure what that means.
Jean, I said I'll do it for you. and Langley at the same time.
You'll need a lot of makeup to do that face.
Gee, you're a monster. Look, here's Cicely Robson, not unknown in her day, accommodating you at every twist and turn of your monstrous ego, and all you can do is criticise her. Can't you be gracious just for once in your life?
No, I can't. Don't do that.
What did I do? What did I do?
You know very well what you did. It's disgusting and obscene. It's sexual harassment.
Pinch, all I did was pinch your bum.
Precisely. How would you like it if I pinched your bum?
I love it. I've never been overruled, I've never been whistled at. When I retired, I went looking for a job where I could be sexually harassed and there was nothing going. You women complain, but all you need to do is give us a bit of our own medicine. You wouldn't hear any complaints from us. Well, not from me. What about you, Reggie? Go on, pitch it. Go on.
You revolt me. You always did. But you make me laugh. I don't know why. Yes, I do. You're a giver of life, Wilf, and that's a lovely thing. Thank you, Sissy. I'd be very happy for you to meet me up.
I'll do you, Reggie, as well, and I'll do you, Bill.
Oh, great, and you can make me up as well.
See, it's totally disgusting.
Actually, I lied. I have had my bum pinched. Just the other day by Bobby Swanson as I was going up the stairs for my afternoon nap. I said, "Oh, Bobby, I didn't know you cared." Homophobe!
Please pay attention. As you may already know, but I do believe it is worth repeating, but Rigoletto by Giuseppe Verdi, with a libretto by Maria Piave, was based on the play Le Roi sans News by Victor Hugo. Now, let me remind you of what Victor Hugo said about Rigoletto's success. And remember, he resented it. He said, if only I could make 4 of my characters speak at the same time and have the audience grasp every word and their sentiments, then I would obtain the very same effect. Now, regarding our performance. Angelique! Ignore me again at breakfast this morning!
Slower and slower and slower. I thought the tenors were going to explode.
Sissy, you kept me waiting. Do my makeup.
Oh, instanta. And I'll do you, Reggie, when I've finished with Jean.
I think I'll be alright. I think I can manage. Bobby Swanson gave me some of his foundation and rouge.
Yeah. You see, people are kind.
Yes, I think he was trying to bribe it out of me what we were up to, but I gave nothing away.
Matron says there's to be a 5-minute break between each item.
Why?
Bladders. I'm not nervous, are you?
Of course I'm nervous. A great artist is nervous before a performance. It's a respect we pay our audience.
It feels so strange not having to do a vocal warm-up.
Reg, when you have a moment, can you just have to put the hub on?
Yeah, I'll be ready in a minute.
I'll do my eyes myself. I always did.
Can you fancy a drink, Watson?
No, not for me, thanks.
Okay, well, here's to us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to us, girls. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
You're not drinking before a performance, are you?
Well, I am before this one. As a matter of fact, I always used to have a drink before the show, one in the interval and then another one at the end of the show. Just body to the voice.
Why on earth he needs to give body to his voice tonight? Goodness.
Oh, Jean, would you mind sitting over here, please? I need all the light I can get.
It was only to be expected my hip would be particularly troublesome today.
Oh, that's nerves. Dr. Coggan would call it psychosomatic.
She can call it what she likes. Pushes this pain on anyone.
I'll let Sissy do the tricky bit.
Okay. I can help you with your hump now, Wilf.
Okay. I had to sew some new straps on it. I'm not sure they're very secure.
All right. Yeah, but
Not very good at sewing.
I suppose you always had Melissa to do your Melinda to do your sewing and oh damn.
Yeah, I thought that. Sorry, that they weren't very secure.
No, it's all right. I've got a hussive.
What the hell's that?
Well, you know, a housewife hussive, needle and thread. I used to steal them from the hotel rooms when I stayed there.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't need to, you see. You had Melinda.
Please don't go on about Melissa like that.
Melissa. Do you know, she must have been very long-suffering putting up with you.
Why did you say that?
Oh, come on, Will. The way you carry on, you know, she must have known, you know, all that philandering, a bit like the Duke in Rigoletto.
I did not philander. I was absolutely faithful to her for 35 years.
I find that very hard to believe. And I have to tell you that people thought you were very unfair being unfaithful to her.
There, I've finished.
Let me see what you've done, Sissy. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Thank you, Jean. I'll get ready now.
Never occurred to me.
What didn't?
Well, that people thought I was unfaithful to Melissa.
Now, come off it, Will. You must have known the way you carry on.
That hurts. That really hurts. Melissa, you know, they misdiagnosed her. If they'd have caught it a bit earlier, there's no justice. Bloody doctors. Unfaithful to Melissa? It's unthinkable. She was my harshest critic. She loved everything I ever did. Tell you the truth, Reg, I'm all talk, always have been. Big, dirty mouth me. I think about it, I talk about it, and do nothing. Of course, before I met Melissa, I did sow a few wild oats, but I always had a scruple.
What was that?
I had to fall in love with a girl before I bedded her. I had to tell her I loved her, and I wanted her to say that she loved me. The trouble was, I don't think I'd ever really in love until I met Melissa, and then I found that fidelity suited me. Not much of a virtue in this day and age, is it? But that's how it was, and that's how I am. You, on the other hand, you never talk about the opposite sex, do you? And that makes me think you were a bit of a Don Juan. Were you?
I have my moments.
Well, I'd like to hear in every dirty detail.
You can try your hump on now. You know, I thought Melissa was one of the most dignified and loving people I ever met.
Oh, shut up, Ray. I'm not in the mood for blubbing right now. I need to keep my concentration. We all do.
How are my eyes?
Perfect. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Jean?
Oh, for God's sake, stop being so helpful and so kind. I can't bear it.
It's a bit tight under the arm, though.
Yeah, well, really, it should be sewn into your costume.
I know, but this is the best I can do under the circumstances.
I'm not kind, I'm not helpful, I'm repentant.
What do you have to be repentant about?
I've led a very dissolute life.
Nonsense.
Ah,
Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
Try on with your costume.
some say that I craved affection and that's why I was so flighty.
We all crave affection. We all want to be loved.
I was sent away to England to boarding school. My parents stayed in India. I hardly ever knew them. My father was a colonel in the army, Clive Robson. He liked to be called Clive of India. He had a very caustic tongue. When he died, I was just about finished school. But Mother said, don't bother to go to the funeral, so I went to stay with Aunt Fiona. She was not a kind person either, and she was dead against me becoming a singer. And then Mother wrote to say she was coming home, but she died before the boat sailed. And I can hardly remember the last time I saw them. My parents, I mean. I said to Aunt Fiona, thank you for all you've done and goodbye. That was the last time I ever saw her.
What do you think? Too much.
Dreadful.
You look like a camel who's gone to the wrong osteopath.
I think it's too much.
Let's take it off, let's see what we can do.
I don't want you to think that I'm craving sympathy, Jean. NSP. I've led a very privileged life. It's just that men were such a distraction. They never treated me very well, but I suppose I encouraged that.
You and me both, dear.
I have to tell you that I had a fling with Enrico Cardinali.
Did you, Sissy?
Yes, and I'm sorry. It was a great disappointment. Oh, most men are. I never seem to be able to be fulfilled. I can't put it more delicately than that.
Was that while I was with him?
Yes.
I thought he was gay.
He was, but he tried very hard not to be. He was Catholic, you see, and he confessed to me. It was one of those confessions where you're lying side by side in the dark, and it starts with, "This has never happened to me before."
Why are all the most attractive men gay?
Because they treat you like a person and not as something to be worn, an adornment.
Do you think Reggie's gay?
No!
Why are you so sure? You won't have had a ding-dong with him, I know that.
No, he's not my type at all. He's far too genteel. Besides, his antenna when they're...
Bet you were talking of stallions. I better do my socks. Hello, well, Stonehenge. Tell you what, Reg, you remember me saying to you something about art I'd written for you?
No, when was that?
Oh, last week, last month, last year, I don't know. But you said I sometimes have amazing insights.
Well, it's true, you do.
All right, well, listen to this. Art is nothing if it doesn't make you feel.
Let me have a look at that. Art is nothing if it does not make you feel. That's very good, Will. And I believe it to be true. Yes, what does it matter if art is clever and dazzling and original and stylish if it doesn't touch you here? Now, Ernest Newman's right. art is. It's got nothing to do with poetry or anything like that. Do you know, I might use this in my introduction.
Yeah. Well then, am I a fine figure of a man?
I have to say, Phil, I find that very distasteful.
Well, Jean.
Just.
Oh, thank God for that.
You're nearly ready, Sissy. It's getting late.
Yes, ready.
Reggie first.
Can't you find somewhere else to sit? I'm trying to concentrate.
I just wanted to have a little chat
About what?
about our sticks. I think we should try and get through the performance without them.
Oh, I'm not sure I can. My hip's very bad tonight.
I'm not sure I can either, but I think we should try. It would be more dignified, more operatic. And I think it would be like when you're waiting in the wings dying for a pee. The minute you get on stage, you forget all about it.
Oh, I may have to lean on you.
Lean on Reg, it would be safer. And he'd be pleased, he'd be very pleased. He adores you.
Does he?
I don't think Reg has ever stopped loving you, you know.
How do you know? Has he said so?
Well, no, but I have these amazing insights.
How ironical. To contemplate a future with Reggie Paget.
I wonder what we'll find to do when all this is over.
Hey, what do you think?
Well, do you know what? You're a true artist, Sissy, a true artist.
Oh, thank you, Reggie. Ah, poor Reggie. I heard about your little problem. And don't worry, Reggie, it's never too late. Just think of the Eiffel Tower. And if that doesn't work, I know a man in Madras that can conjure up the most wonderful potions. Anything I can do for you now, Will?
Oh, only for you, Sissy. But I'm making my face up as well.
Only if you sit on your hands, I know you.
I'll practice walking without my stick. I managed it the other night at the opera. When I entered George's box, I received an ovation. That's something.
Are you ready? I think we're on next. Oh, Jean. Well, you look beautiful.
And you look very handsome.
Yeah. And soon we will be young.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Where's the sitar player?
oh, Bobby, do be quiet. There's the dear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight my three colleagues and I would like to start a new tradition in this house.
What, singing tune?
Bobby! No, after much discussion, we thought we would like to transport you to times past, when our voices were strong and, dare I say, beautiful. Yes, and after all this discussion, we have decided that, well, we want to do what we did best, because we are unchanged in spirit, and that spirit was best when we sang. So tonight, on the birthday of Giuseppe Verdi, the 10th of October, we want to remind you of what we were once capable of, and which we recorded all those years ago. And we want you to be moved, not by us, but by the glorious music, because art is nothing if nothing if nothing.
If it doesn't make you feel.
Yes, if it doesn't make you feel. So now it's time for me to make the introductions. I myself am, of course, the Duke of Mantua. And as Rigoletto, we are very fortunate to have the celebrated baritone, Tito Gobbi's rival, Mr. Wilfred Bond.
Look, it's Quasimodo!
Bobby, if you don't shut up, I'll come down there and give you a slap.
Oh, yes, please.
Dr. Coggan, can you give me one of your pills?
Homophobe.
Oh, heterophobe.
And as Madalena, we have our very own Miss Cicely Robson. And last but not least, one of the great stars in the operatic firmament, as Gilda, the incomparable Miss Jean Horton. Gentlemen, the quartet from Rigolo, scene 3 of Act 1 by the great maestro Giuseppe Verdi.
Con detto suoi
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen. No, it's Mr. Stew. I'm not going to keep you here too long, but just a very, very quick word. You've been a wonderful audience. It's been a wonderful week. And this production, like all, it includes, well, I won't say hundreds of people, but certainly a lot. And everyone that takes part in their own little way has made this the result. And it's been great fun and great pleasure. So I'm not going to list everyone, you all know who you are, but I'd like to say it's been a great audience and it's been lovely playing for you. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you support us in the future.
Okay, can I just say a few words? We have got some gifts for the lovely crew that have been helping us, but we'll give those out later. But there's one person who I think we need to show appreciation of more publicly, and that's our wonderful director, Martin.